Haven't we done this before? No, we have not. This list is based on the character's personality, not their strength in game. And by the way, I only included the first 3 Stronghold games on this one. Because let's be real. The other games are simply just a narrator, and I can't be bothered to put every single one of their characters on the lowest tier. So let's just skip the mess. And let's start with the lowest tier. It's the King from Stronghold 1.
I have heard of your many exploits, but have not seen you in action, so indulge me.
This is the only time you see him talk in Stronghold 1, by the way. So yeah, unfortunately for him, he didn't get enough screen time on this game, and that affected his ranking. Bottom of C tier. Sultan from Stronghold Crusader.
Your fire burns bright. Ride on, my trusted ally.
Not much going for Sultan in this game, just a weak Arabian lord. Some funny quotes here and there, but that's about it. Next up is Philip. Actually, you know what? Here's the entire C tier. I mean, none of these characters are interesting enough for me to talk about them. These 2 characters, however, do appear in Stronghold 2 story, but they're mostly the king's servant and don't do much outside of that. Let's move on to a higher tier. It's the monk guy from Stronghold 2.
Matthew, you must return at once. Olaf holds Sir William hostage. He has built a war camp south of our monastery. Our monastery.
Jacob, what is it?
We tried to stop them, but our monastery lies in ruin. They took everything of value and burned the rest. Our life's work is gone.
Yeah, that's probably his best scene. And outside of that, he's mostly a background character, so I think this spot suits him well. Frederick from Stronghold Crusader.
We are prepared. Come at us. You will fail. Your army does well. We have brought another enemy to their knees. So, this is the day the Empire loses its Emperor.
Honestly, he isn't as good as the other characters, like he's nowhere near as good as Richard. Game did try to make him look cool, but I find him a bit too boring. Abbott from Stronghold Crusader.
This is how to do it. Watch and learn, boy.
Pretty basic character, but some of his quotes boosted him a bit higher than the others. Lord Woolsack from Stronghold 1.
No. The few men we have would be cut down like lambs to the slaughter. We need time to gather our forces.
Unfortunately for him, he died way too early and he didn't really get to show himself. For the most part, he was just an elderly person trying to look after the player. Tom Simpkins from Stronghold 2.
We are doomed. No one can stop Olaf. His bloodthirsty berserkers are fearless. We are no match for them.
So basically he's the same as the scribe from Stronghold 1, but he's slightly more emotional. This spot suits him well. John Briggs from Stronghold 2.
Sire, Constable John Briggs at your service, sire. The cloth has been sent to Flanders, but there is no news of Sir William and his archers.
Another narrator character, but for some reasons he's more fun to have around, that's why I'm putting him above Tom. The King from Stronghold 2.
Stories of your heroic exploits continue to get my blood racing, Matthew Steele. I am relieving Sir William of his title of Royal Champion and handing this mantle to you.
And once again, that's probably his hypest moment. He's in the shadows for the majority of the game, and other characters outshine him pretty hard. Sheriff from Stronghold Crusader.
I'm the sheriff, not Father Christmas. Buzz off. Ally, couldn't send me some goods, could you? Are you a man or a mouse? I don't know why I asked the question. Prepare to squeak.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have put this guy so low. His quotes are great, but for some reasons his presence is lacking quite hard. His lack of activity during game is affecting his rating, I guess. I wish he was as active as Caliph. Sir Longarm from Stronghold 1, he was on Crusader 2.
So,
You have put the first of those scum-sucking tyrants out of their misery. Rejoice, but take heed. Not all of his kind are quite so inept.
So this guy becomes your best friend for a while. He's a good guide for the player, and I think he's a lot better than Tom Simpkins and the others, but unfortunately for him he's not William. Next up is Emmy from Stronghold Crusader.
No, you attack my castle, you attack me. I may be forced to do something about it. Our stores are most depleted. Could you spare us some goods?
Emir sounds way more Arabic than the other Arabic lords. He's not a bad character at all. I think I should have made a separate tier for him and Sir Longarm. These are the invisible, or whatever he's called.
When the sun is at its highest, you will feel the heat of my breath. Slowly, invisibly, your death will come upon you. It is as I said, is it not? You may rot.
I know you don't sound that scary when you're whispering. But when this guy threatens you, you better be scared. He keeps his promises and his attacks are really scary. Wait, am I ranking someone based on gameplay again? God damn it. Moving up to the big boy tiers now. And I hate the fact this guy made it here.
Cowards! You are beginning to annoy me, Royal Champion! No, wait! He wants to capture the bishop. He's going to force him to sign a writ legitimizing his right to the throne. Please, Your Honor, let me live!
Yup, do I need to remind you guys this is your favorite character? He might suck, but at least he made some really good moments in the campaign. So overall I think he's an A-tier character and had a good impact on the game. Richard the Lionheart, from Stronghold Crusader.
The desert is a cruel place to fight. Are you sure you have the heart for it? War is a dangerous game, my lord. As you are finding out, my walls are strong. My men are in good heart. Bring on your slings and arrows.
A really good character. This guy is the hypest lord in the game in my opinion. And I think he carried the entire game all by himself. And there's also Saladin the Wise.
The sands of time are running out for you, my friend. You are clearly no match for my forces. Give in now, my friend!
Once again, this character also fits the game pretty well. Saladin and Richard are a really nice duo in this game. Well, they might be rivals, but I mean their characters fit the game really well, and it's really nice to have them in this game. Matthew Steele from Stronghold 2.
This makes no sense. Why would the king believe Sir William to be a traitor? He's the most loyal person I know.
So you play as him in Stronghold 2, and he does reflect the player's thoughts pretty well. Also his Path of Evil is really nice and it did boost the character's tier. Wazir the Terrible from Stronghold Crusader.
Slain! What hope for you now? None. So, now you are begging me for help. Pfft. Don't waste your breath. You have killed one of our enemies. Next time, leave them to me!
He might not be as fun to play against, but he's really fun to play with. He's like an abusive dad when he's your ally. I think he does that role way better than Caliph 2. Snake forms Stronghold 1 and Crusader.
I must say that I am imperially impressed with your military achievements. I have often toyed with the idea of taking on that pathetic little rat myself, and I feel certain we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
He is also one of my personal favorites, not the toughest villain in the world but not the weakest either, and he also has a really important role in the game. I wish there was more characters like him in this game. And finally there's Lord Barclay.
Bring him down! Idiot!
Basically a budget wolf. Surely he's not as good, but he did work in Stronghold 2. He does deserve A for sure. And finally the real big boy club. Also in case you need it. Here's the tier list so far. The first test character is Pascal.
What is it, Barclay?
Someone infiltrated my castle. I thought you had better know.
Who was it?
There were two of them. The youngest one I did not recognize, but the other...
Well, who was the other?
From a distance, it was you, Devereaux.
How interesting.
Yeah, I know the cutscenes are a bit awkward in Stronghold 2. But Pascal is responsible for everything that happens in this game, and for that I think he's above Barclay. Angus MacLeod. And while we're at it, Olaf Grimtooth is the next one.
Angus of Clan MacLeod, I will let you share the glory, but I want to kill the whelp Steel myself. Then you will have to get to him before I do, Olaf. As you like, but expect no warm welcome from my berserkers. Now let's have the puppy!
Now these are my favorite Stronghold 2 villains. It's a shame they don't get much screen time either. But that doesn't make them less cool. I'm sure many of you guys would agree too. I know at least Olaf is everyone's favorite. And finally there's William. Now William's role is similar to Sir Longarms. But this time he actually progresses the story. He plays a really important role in Stronghold 2 campaign, and I think this is the best character in Stronghold 2. He makes the player feel like they're not fighting alone, and he's really good at it. Now there's the top 3, our number 3 is gonna be Pig.
Your realm is mine now, so do as I say. All will pay a high tax and live a life of pain.
I mean, what's there not to love about Pig? Probably the funniest character in the Stronghold series, and it's really fun to play against him too. I could make a million videos about this guy and he would never get old. Our number 2 pick is gonna be the Caliph.
Watch your back, knight. Watch your back. Do you take me for a fool, infidel? Prepare to die, infidel.
Caliph is such a cool character in Stronghold Crusader. He stands out from the roster. He's looking to rule the desert and he's mad serious about it. And he hates pathetic dogs who lose him the war. And you know I would be trolling if I didn't put Wolf on number 1.
Duke Beauregard may have led your father into the trap, but I drove the sword through his stomach. If you still have a hunger for vengeance, you know where to find me. As your father lay bleeding, he begged me to end his life. It gave me pleasure to watch his anguish, and I will have that pleasure again watching yours. Step into my lair and get ready to meet your maker.
This guy gives you chills when you're playing against him. He's probably the coolest final boss I've ever seen in any game. And I'm sure I don't need to explain why. Anyway, this video has been long enough, so here's the final list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And sorry for being a mess recently. I can't really promise to make videos more consistently, but I'll try my best to do so. Hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you all in the next video.